If it's striking nerves, then it's probably true. Ain't no filter in a way, we just giving you our view. We might offend, but we keep it real. No fake vibes, just say how we feel. If it hit deep, yeah, it is what it is. Been off mute, just the way that we live.
Wonderful Wednesday. Wonderful Wednesday.
Y'all know what I like to do.
You know, so since you like it, start it off.
Yo, what up, baby? This is Man Off Mute. This your boy DV.
Big C.
J-Ara.
J-Ara. My dog, man. Hey,
What
how's
episode is this?
Episode 4.
Ah,
You know,
okay,
you know.
Gotta catch it, gotta catch it.
Yes, sir. How was y'all day today? Yeah.
It's been
I got
one of those
smacked.
days, but it's good though.
It's good.
I'm
It's
good.
It's
I'm happy that we here. We get to do what we do
Same.
and do what we do.
Yes, sir.
Every day's a
man.
blessing. Every day's a blessing.
Of course,
you
of
right.
course.
You right.
You know what I mean? But
We back
we
at
had
it.
some topics that you wanted to talk about.
Man.
So you can go ahead right straight on. You said you wanted to talk about something. You can go right on ahead, brother.
Where y'all want to start, man? Right, so so many topics. Oh, well, let's start with the main topic, man. It's June. This is new to me, probably new to a lot of people because a lot of people not aware of what this month is. It is Men's Mental Health Month. So the other day, man, my boy Big C sent a video, man. That's in the statistic for men. Suicidal rate due to mental health was 3,200 men commit suicide a month. And that kind of stood out to me, and the fact that a lot of people don't even know this is the awareness a month. Count myself, I didn't know either. It's just something I just want to bring some quick awareness to. You know what I'm saying, for the men that's out there struggling mentally, that don't know what their next move is, that may be going through something in the house with a wife or their job. Or just as a man, personally. So one thing that I'm starting to learn is having a community, man, having a brotherhood like these people to help you, that to help keep you accountable on things that you struggle with. And that's one of my advices that I give to people, man, for this month to find. What about you, man?
So today is that's today. So this month is
Men's mental health.
men's
Yeah.
mental health. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Along with
Pride and
okay, yeah.
you
pride.
have to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You gotta be
yeah.
included.
You gotta be
Yeah.
able to still, regardless of whatever, because
Right.
even
If
though
we
they're the
shout-
alphabet community,
Yeah.
if we
if
glorify
I'm
one
disrespecting them
thing,
as saying alphabet community, but they also have mental and they have
Right.
so
No,
we have
for
to,
sure.
but it is men's mental health month.
yeah.
There you go.
For sure.
Well, I got you.
No, yeah,
but
yeah,
just wanted to just do that because we gotta be honest,
Right.
in that aspect. Regardless of whatever, the reality is still the reality.
No, yeah, for sure.
But-
No, for sure. Yeah. No, yeah, nothing like that.
But you wanted me to talk about my bad, yeah. But I think the community is something that really stands out because when we hear therapy, we automatically think of there's something wrong with me and I need help in a negative way.
Nah, yeah.
We don't ever think about it from the standpoint of I'm stumbling, I need guidance. And the only way we can get guidance is by forming a community, or we actually listen to what the issue actually is as men.
Right.
We said it before, we're very prideful creatures. So any criticism that we have sometimes is more like why would you say that? Or this is not how it is for
Yeah.
me. So we need like-minded men with morals and a good foundation that we can actually communicate and stand together so that we can navigate the day-to-day issues,
Facts.
like the insecurities, the pressures of being men when it comes to our jobs, our families, our responsibilities, and honestly giving grace. As men, we don't really receive the grace that we're supposed to get outside of here for the mistakes that happen, but we as men and as individuals should be able to give each other grace and ourselves grace.
Right.
We have to live with the choices that we make on a
Right.
daily basis. So at the end of the day, going home, learn to forgive and learn to talk to yourself like, hey, you know what? The best I had today was a C.
Right.
And there was just no way around it. But the job got done in the best way it could. And that's fine. Or sometimes we fail in the end of the day.
Yeah.
And that's you know, there's a difference between failure and then catastrophe, I guess I would have to
Right.
say. We should be fine with the outcome of, you know what, today just wasn't
It wasn't that day.
and we shouldn't like I'm very I'm my biggest critic.
Yeah.
So when I like fuck up where the case is, man, I'm constantly beating myself, and I have to learn, like me as an individual, I have to learn that I'm human,
Right.
and I make mistakes too.
Yeah, it's okay to give yourself grace.
Yeah.
That's part of being a man.
Definitely, man.
That's one. I think that's one big factor that we miss when it comes to being a man. We think we have to be. I mean, which we do. You know, the providers, the leaders, the just the everyday man going to work and go home and happy wife, happy life, happy kids. You know, and we end up forgetting about ourselves mentally. We forget about ourselves physically. We forget about ourselves emotionally and physically. I mean, spiritually. My bad. And so that's a part of being a man. Also, making sure we tapped in emotionally, spiritually, and physically.
We do disregard ourselves in that
Yeah, we
aspect,
do.
man.
Yeah, for sure.
What you think?
What you
It's,
got?
it's like I told you the other day, us as men, and it's sad, but us as men, we don't even got seconds. We got
Yeah.
milliseconds to really break down and keep going.
And get it back together.
Because we're so accustomed to suck that shit up and let's go.
yeah,
go.
Yeah.
Get the
We
fuck
been
up.
raised
Let's go.
like that.
It happened.
Like, fuck is you doing? What
Yeah.
you crying, bitch? Like, it's one of those, like, get up.
It happened.
So
Move
it's
on.
like
a
yo,
young
that's
age.
it. That's it. And then
Yeah.
and then also too, like you feel it and you know if you break down, everything that you got going on breaks down with you.
Yeah.
Because you're the one that's holding it.
Right.
You're the one that got it on your shoulders.
Yep.
So it's like if you stop, everything stops.
Yeah.
So you know you got to keep running.
Right.
Because you don't got that extra support. You don't got that, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's sometimes for men, I know for me, if I have an outlet to be able to speak on certain things,
Yeah.
I feel better and I can keep going.
Right.
But if I don't have that, then you start feeling like, what the fuck?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
For
I
real.
have that. I
Feel
had
lost.
that with my brothers that, you know, we have a group chat. And you know, speaking on that. So like when I mentioned earlier as far as is also Pride Month is because the funny thing is a lot of men don't like that. A lot of men don't like that men's mental health
Falls in
month
that.
got pretty much overshadowed because it's Pride Month.
Yeah.
And there's no disrespect to anyone
Right.
in
No,
that
for sure.
community, but it's just like, what about us too?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's
Right.
and then it goes into like, you know, because me, I look at both sides of the spectrum. I'm devil's advocate in that sense. So I look at, you know, there's mental health, not that is men's mental health,
Right.
but there's mental health in that community as well.
Right. No, for
So
sure.
because of that, it's like, you know, you have to take on period. So
Yeah.
I get it is Men's Mental Health Month,
Yeah.
but mental health period
Yeah.
is something that's important.
No, yeah.
But being overshadowed or something like, you know, I could understand how that feels. That can feel like something too, because
right.
not only being overshadowed within the month, being overshadowed period as a man.
Yeah.
Because we get overshadowed. Every time we do something, we're not appreciated. We're not, you know, anything. I don't need a fucking cookie. I don't need
Yeah.
a banner saying good job, Julio.
Right.
Or, you know, whatever. I don't need none of that shit. But appreciation is shown in so many different ways
Right.
from whoever. You know what I'm saying? So that's just it. So me, I have a community, and then I got you guys as well too, which is a beautiful thing because it's now is other forms of an outlet. You know, I have my guys that I call them my brothers because to me they are. I grew up with since like 9, 10, and we've been pretty much together ever since.
No, that's dope.
So that's a beautiful thing that, you know, you don't see that a lot of people, you know, a lot of people believe in no new friends and a lot of people don't have that long lasting relationship.
Right.
No, for
So
sure.
I really pride myself in happy that, you know, I've been a part of that community to be about that.
No,
So,
yeah, that's good.
You know,
man.
and like with you guys as well, being able to have that outlet and being able to speak, you know,
Right.
off camera, on camera, however, we able to, you know, communicate and
Right.
we have that bond that is fire.
Right.
Because it's
Nah, for
important.
sure.
Right.
Nah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
for
Because like
sure.
I said, when you break down and you feel like fuck, like what am I to do?
Right.
And you got to figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
It's tough when you feel like you're alone.
Yeah.
And you in a room full of people, but you still feel alone.
That's a
Yes.
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
just like, you
feeling.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crazy
so
feeling.
so a good question now that you bring that, you said something early on. You said the suicide thing.
Yeah.
Have any of you, it may be a touchy topic if you don't want to
Yeah.
speak on it, I get
Right.
it. But have any of you ever had that suicidal thought?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure, man. Just to, speak on it briefly. Probably in my last season, let's see, about 2 years ago, I definitely had that thought. What I was going through and navigating, it was super difficult. The first time I really had to sit alone. You know what I'm saying? I always been a person that, always was the fun guy around all the friends. I always wanted to chill with the friends. And, this last season I was in, man, God sat me by myself for the first time. And when them thoughts and you and them thoughts and God sitting by yourself, them thoughts are so loud. And the only way you can really think about getting those thoughts to stop, checking out. I came across, I don't know what I was doing on my phone one day. I was sharing with my brothers the other day. I was going through my phone, looking through the notes, and I came up on this this note that I wrote. And it was during the time of this season that I was in. And, the note was saying that, I woke up this morning, I was feeling basically like I wanted to take my life. I don't know why I was feeling that way. I didn't know how I was going to do it. But I knew I needed to do something. And the first thing came to my mind was to write it down, I guess. That's why I wrote it down. And in that just looking back on it to see where I am now, I thank God, that he helped me mentally, physically, and emotionally to get me out of that dark place. But it is a place where I understand now. Before I didn't understand why would somebody take themselves. And it just goes back to the mental. That's what mental health is. It's the mind playing tricks on you to make you believe all these thoughts that's going on, that you're not worth it. The only way out is to check out of here, you know what I'm saying? Or it's like, I can't get these thoughts to stop. How do I get them to stop? Take myself out of here. And, I think some people be so caught up in that they do it and don't even realize it. And, then they gone. So I definitely been there. I understand this whole, I didn't understand the whole mental health thing a couple years ago. I used to think like how I was raised, man, suck it up, keep going. Suck it up, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you can't suck it up and keep going. It's knocking at your door. And the way you have to suck it up then is to face it. And you have to face it alone at the beginning. I think it's a season to face it alone. Eventually, you will need a community and to help you continue that. It's a journey. I have fell in love with the journey that I'm on now, the healing journey. It's a roller coaster. I love roller coasters too. You know what I'm saying? So you be here one day, down here one day. You just gotta go through it, man, and keep striving. What about you, BC?
I want to say this first, man. You probably writing that down in your notes or wherever you wrote it down from. That was your testimony for today.
Yeah.
That was a reminder of how far you came from when that situation happened.
Right.
Facts.
And when you look back on it, from where you were then, from where you were, where you are now,
Praise God.
that's going to be the story that you tell
Right.
here and everywhere you go.
Yes, sir.
So definitely, man, kudos to you and
Appreciate it.
all praise to God for that, man.
That's what I was about to say, bro. All praise to God. It wasn't me, man. Cause
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I will say. One thing I know that did help me out of that situation, the secret place. When all our church people, y'all know the secret place, man. That secret place is somewhere that you always go where it's just you and God.
Your tabernacle. Yep.
Mine was at this moment, mine was my closet. And when I say I would go here every day, morning, every chance I got, it was just me and God. And that's one of the first time I have this, not to go spiritual or religious or nothing like
man, you
that.
good.
It's just a testimony. I really felt the presence of God. That's the closest I ever felt to him. I could hear him speaking. And now I never understood the secret place either, but now I understand that too. You getting into that space where it's just you and him, and you solely focusing on him, his presence, and the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely recommend finding you a secret place where it's just you and God. If it's outside in your car, you use that time to talk to him. If you don't, it's just like talking to JR or talking to Kalien, man. That's how we conversate with God, man. I came across the scripture the other day. He say, if you draw near to me, he gonna draw near to you. You know what I'm saying? So the more you draw near to God, the more you'll hear from him.
Definitely, man. Definitely. My thing was, and I'm sure the both of you can't relate because this falls on a lot of us in the colored community as far as the responsibilities at a young age.
Yeah.
And I dealt with homelessness when I was young, and when I was 13, 14, I started working, balancing school, balancing job and everything. And I have a lot of women in my family. So I've had to carry the emotional and sometimes the financial weight of everything that went on in the household, and the pressure got too much. It's just too much pressure. It seemed like all I was doing was just, you ever feel like you fighting to live?
Yeah.
That was the mentality of, and that's the beaten down, worn down mentality that we as men get. Like I'm fighting to survive. I'm fighting for just the bare minimum, and it's not enough. And then you hear certain things. You're talked to a certain way. We've all heard that, if we don't fulfill our purpose, what good are you?
Right.
And that's never the mentality that you want any person, man or woman, to have, where you feel like your usefulness stems from what you're able to produce. We need to get out of the mindset that we are more than just providers and protectors and producers. We have a more complex system that makes us people.
Right.
And I almost succumbed to that, especially going into early teenage years, and my grandma passed away, because that was my emotional safety. That was my barrier from those thoughts. And it almost took over about a year after she passed. And even when my granddad was checked out, because he just lost his wife, they were together for almost 40 years. So I couldn't even imagine the weight of how it was, and just the fact that he was navigating raising me while processing losing his wife. And that's a rough place just to be in altogether. And I almost come to that, but my grandma told me 3 things. You find a woman of God, you find something that the Lord can bless you through your hands. If the Lord can bless others through your hands, that's your purpose, and you find out what it is. And if you can't do those two things, you find and develop a relationship with God.
Yeah.
At the very end of the day, that's all that matters.
Right.
So that alone, just that uplifted me. And going back to what you said about finding that secret place, the closest I've ever felt to God was when I was near the end.
Yeah.
Where I was near the, God, you have to take it. I'm running to you, and you feel with your whole spirit and your heart that can't nobody take this off me but you. And you need to come quickly, Lord.
Right.
Yeah.
Or else you're going to, I'm doing, like, I'm just there. And that's, and, we asked a question beforehand. I think it was you who asked the question, what does religion mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is one of the core things, just like, I know at the very end when I ain't got nothing, I can run to you.
Yeah.
My Father. But that's where I'm at with that, Julio.
Nah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's really tough. Mental health is a very serious thing.
Yeah.
You mentioned secret place, so I have a secret place. Well, right now, I guess my latest secret place is in my car.
Yeah.
When I drive to whatever location that I'm going to. Sometimes I'm listening to music, and that is in my therapy. To like whatever mood I'm in, I'll play either my own music or I'll play music from, my favorite music. And it soothes me and it gets me prepared to like wherever I'm going, I don't carry whatever negative vibe or energy. I don't try to bring that. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Right.
But my secret place is my car. And then sometimes no music, no nothing.
Yeah.
Just ride in silence.
Right.
And I talk to myself.
Yeah.
In the sense of talking not to myself, but talking to God.
Right.
Talking to him and just telling him like, yo, like I said in the other episodes, yo, my nigga, listen, this is what I'm going through. You know what I'm going through. How can I get past this or whatever? So I did have, even before moving down here, it was 2 times before moving down here to North Carolina, I had that thought of just fuck it. And this is when I was like at my lowest. And like no kind of just no ends meeting, no matter what I tried.
Yeah.
It just like felt like what the fuck.
Yeah.
And then when I came down here, and it's so crazy because like some people, Robin Williams. Is it Robin Williams?
Robin Williams. Yeah,
Robin
you're right.
Williams. You see how he had everything. So that's what I'm saying. Like people, you can have everything, but still feel like you don't have anything and you don't have nothing. So that's to say, like I came down here on a good path.
Yeah.
And I set myself up. Shout out to my brother David. It was like my first. He helped me out in the sense of like a place to stay.
Yeah.
In the time that I could get my own apartment.
Right.
And then I was able to work and get myself my own home, get my home built and all that. But still, like, you get the accomplishment of home is like one thing that I suffered from, and sometimes I still suffer from, is not celebrating my goals.
Yeah.
Or not celebrating my short goals.
Yeah.
I look at what's over there instead of what happened here, or not realizing like I was here, I got to here,
Yeah.
but I'm still looking over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
But don't realize, you got to a goal.
Yeah.
Like celebrate that shit.
Yeah.
And I suffer from that.
Yeah.
Because I'm always,
That's good.
I'm sure I was trying to, you know
Let's
what I'm
go.
saying? So it's like feeling like you're not accomplished, feeling like what the fuck. So I got my house, I got myself a Porsche, and I lost my Porsche.
Yeah.
Because I crashed it. And with my home, just to even say like, just trying to not managing my money right. Even my home was in danger.
Yeah.
Just a lot of things. I just started feeling like, yo, fuck this shit, bro. Like, why the fuck is it that I could always get to a point and never follow through?
Right.
So that's how I started feeling. Like with my music, like always feeling like I'm doing shoulda, coulda, wouldas and not being consistent.
Yeah.
So me not being consistent is what caused me to feel like, yo, fuck this.
Yeah.
Why can't I be consistent?
Right.
And then it's like, started thinking like, yo, look at the bigger picture. Look at where you came from. Look at what you've accomplished. Look at where you can go. Look at how much other people you're helping. And look at who depends on you too. Look at who looks up to you.
Yep.
Look at who appreciates you. How would you affect them if you're no longer there?
Yeah.
If you're no longer there, how
real.
would they survive?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
real.
Because, you know what I'm saying? Everybody should be able to learn how to
Yeah.
survive on your own.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you know for a fact if you're not there, how they will crumble.
Yeah. That's
You're
good,
a lot
bro.
of people's playing
That-
there.
Yeah. That's good.
You know what I'm saying? So because of that, that's what stopped me.
No. Yeah. No,
That
yeah.
right there, ooh.
Yeah.
That like, yo. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So-
That's good, bro.
That is my thing.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's good. Going back to what you were saying, not awarding yourself for where you was at to where you at now. I think that's important as a man. That's why I think sometimes we have to be still. We gotta slow down, cause man, we get into that mode where work, home, eat, work, home. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even, we already don't get celebrated. You know what I'm saying? then we forget to celebrate ourselves because we don't slow down. We just get into that mundane type thing. But we talked about it in the car on our way here about being still. I think one day out the week, as men, we have to be still and award ourselves, man. Give ourselves a pat on the back, man. You've been doing good, bro. Tell yourself, I've been doing good, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. You wake up every morning. Affirmations, basically. Yeah. Man, you wake up every morning. You go to work, man. You doing good, man. Yep. You got a job. You doing good. I'm proud of you, Darius. You doing good. You know what I'm saying? So I think as men, we do have to take time to, give ourselves some credit, man. Have some grace on us. I know we be hard on ourselves, but we have to, have grace. And also, my kids was one of that. I can't remember who. It might have been one of my homeboys, Thomas, man. And he was like, bro, what your kids gonna do without you? Now I'm changing subjects, going back to what you saying at the end. He's like, what your kids gonna do without you? And I just sat with it. And I was just like, I just sat with it really.
It's
you
tough.
know what I'm saying? Yeah,
it
it's tough.
It ain't easy to do because you got to think about that. Like, your life is that's how you learn. So that's how I learned to value myself as a person.
That's good.
I learned to learn. That sounds crazy, but I learned to learn how to value myself.
No, yeah.
Because now I know my worth.
Yeah.
Now I know what I mean to myself and to others. And what I can be to whoever comes into my circle.
Yep.
What I know that I can be. I can do that. And then also, based on my past experiences, all that I've been through.
Yeah.
Not like I'm fucking wise and almighty.
Right.
But I've been through a lot of shit that I know that I could be like, as soon as I see something or as soon as I see somebody going through it, like how we have different generations here. Yeah. Like you 20 something, 30 something, and I'm, 40. So it's like
I wasn't gonna do it this time. I knew you was gonna think that.
That's why I paused.
I know.
I paused. I said 40 something. You could be like, damn.
I knew you was thinking that. I wasn't gonna do it. I thought about it. I was like, nah.
But we got different, generations here.
Yeah.
And we, I'm able to know that if I see something that you about to do or you even going through or you talking about, I could be like, brother, listen, man, this is something, I've been through this.
Yep.
This is something, trust me, if you go this way, you could go that way,
Yeah,
so
nah, for sure.
It sucks that some people want to fall.
Yeah. No, yeah. That's crazy.
They want to fall. They want to scrape their knees. They want to fall. They want whatever. So I had to learn to not try to catch everybody.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I could be like a spotter or whatever, but I can't like, if you want to fall. Like because it's tough.
Because as men, we try to catch everybody.
We try
that's around us. You know what I'm saying?
It's a habit of mine to immediately what you need, what you want,
somebody.
whatever. I gotta help you. I see you about to crumble. Like
you don't know how to
no.
say no.
And then it's like But some people they just they want to fall.
You gotta let some people fall.
You gotta let because they want to be able to do, and I appreciate that. So I said I learned to look at both sides of everything.
Yeah.
You got to be able to allow that person because that's their journey. Mm-hmm. So they want to be able to get it out the mud.
Right.
Or whatever it is that they want to feel like. Their journey, they want to feel like, I fell, and this is how I got up.
Got up. No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm there along the way, but this is what it is. So.
No, yeah. That's good, bro.
But,
Yeah, no, that's definitely good.
Speaking on your kids, and speaking on Men's Mental Health Month, how do you feel? Because this is something that, however, like I saw a post with Boosie, and he was talking about how upset he is. This is good, like we in Pride Month, men's mental health, and all that. And he was upset that the Madden cover has
Oh,
Caleb,
Caleb Williams.
and he has his fingers painted.
Right.
So he was just upset by that because
Yeah.
it's like, what message are you giving the kids now?
Right. No,
So,
yeah.
like, being the fact of like that example for your kids, if you're not there as a figure to guide them through, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, yeah.
How would you navigate to that? Like, what would you tell your kid? What would you tell your kid?
What would you do?
Before I answer it, man, I do. We have spoken on. It's Pride Month, men's mental health. It's also Father's Day. The month of Father's Day
Oh,
too.
shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yep,
I want to, put
yep.
some emphasis on
The
that too.
21st.
The 21st is Father's Day. Then you got Juneteenth
Yep.
as well,
Juneteenth.
man.
Yeah.
That's next Friday, y'all.
Yeah,
That's big too. I think that's a big day that as African Americans, Black people
Yep.
of color, whatever you want to call it, it's a
yep,
good
yep.
day to celebrate and understand, the true meaning of that. So, but yeah, back to that, man. It's a touchy subject because I'm not no one to judge. But when it comes to me and my household, it's just something that I just don't allow my son to do. I don't mind, males going to go just hygiene, you know what I'm saying? Take care of their nails,
Yeah.
get the cubicles
Manicure.
cut,
Yep, yep.
not
Yeah.
polished, but buff, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But when it comes to painting the different colors of nails, me, I just been raised seeing only females do that. So I just think it's just a female enhancement type of thing.
Yeah.
But to each his own, you know what I'm saying? But, for my son, he don't have to do that. You don't have to do that,
Yeah.
I believe is a enhancement for a female.
How would you break it down to him as to if he was to ask?
It's an enhancement for a female. You know what
I
I'm
get it,
saying?
I get
It's
it.
I
it's
think
things
it's
that
also-
females do, and it's things that males do. I think only males should do it.
Yeah.
Only females would do it. I would definitely explain about hygienes, about it's okay to keep your nails and and appearance up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what's the motive behind it? Like,
Yeah.
like, are you trying to be a trendsetter?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I get it. I understand.
I don't understand it. I didn't get to, see what Boosie said.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, man. That's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
Very touchy. Cause I don't know his motives either. I don't
Yeah.
know why,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's for him to be cool, be different.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
My grandparents, their values are my values, and the way of the world has changed. There's nothing wrong with the decisions that you make.
Yeah.
I could care less what you decide to do
Yeah.
in your personal life. I just do not agree with exposing that to children, and that's just something that I'm going to forever stand on. I think there's certain things that should not be exposed to children, and when those things are sexuality, especially when it comes to the gender swaps and everything like that. Like, there's nothing wrong with it if that's what you want to do. I have to make that very clear. There's nothing wrong with it if that's something that you personally want to do. But when it comes to children and how we're trying to raise decent beings, I don't have kids, but how parents are trying to raise, you're raising people of society. You also want them to make sure that they're safe too, because there's hypocrites and there's people out there who not only target the alphabet community, but they also target people of color at the same time as well.
Yeah.
And there's certain levels of hatred that people have. And it could stem from you not only being colored, but you also being part of that community. And it's a safety factor because there's a fear factor
Yeah.
that comes along with it, but also at the same time it's a religion preference, and it's
Yeah.
also, you know, just there's certain things that, and I'm just gonna say there's certain things that as men we were told not to do,
Of course.
and
Yeah.
we got beatings if we even came close to that. That's
Of
just
course.
that's just
Of
the
course.
reality. That's just the reality of it, and.
Yeah.
Not, and this is not me saying at all that you should beat your child if they were, you know, to explore. But I also believe in having the conversation of there's people out here who make these decisions to better their lifestyle, and we need to respect it.
Right.
There's no reason to throw hatred or treat them any differently because we are not judges. We're on this earth to make everyone's lives easier because there is an end, and there is something on the other side that we are not prepared for as people.
Yeah.
But it's a right and wrong thing that as an individual you have to decide on yourselves.
Yeah.
So I'm not a parent, but if I, you know, did have kids, it's just something I would have discussion with both my son and my daughter.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I think
No,
it's
you gotta have them both. Yeah.
you gotta have them both. I think men are very hypocritical with I can't have a gay son, but I could have a gay daughter.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the whole, like, again with dating. I'm sure DV, because I know no, because I know not to throw your business
you
out
good.
there, but I know your baby girl's reaching the age where
Yeah.
boys
About to go to middle school.
better go to middle school. So I know in your mind it's like you being a man,
Yeah.
I'll tear someone.
Yeah. Man.
But you know, I also know that you have it to where, like, at you know, soon, eventually, when
Yeah.
you're older,
Yeah.
you're going to explore it, and I want that for you.
No, yeah, for sure.
But go ahead. No,
No,
go ahead.
no, just, you know, even with my daughter, bro, like we, you know, we used to see on TV and stuff, man. When a man my daughter was my firstborn, and you know how men are about their daughters. You know, they do the whole tea party, paint the fingernails.
Girl dads,
That's
yeah.
one thing I didn't do with my daughter. I say to this day, you can't paint my fingernails. You know what I'm saying? And that's to teach her too, not just my son. Like, I tell her, like, daddy believe this is only for females. Like, I'll do the facials with you, you know, cleaning the face. I do all of that. But when it comes to stuff that I feel like that I feel like, you know, I'm against, I stick to it. You know, that's for my daughter and my son. I don't do this only for my son and then my
Exactly.
daughter.
Right.
No.
Right.
I teach both the same. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was just piggybacking off.
No, that's good because we can't be hypocrites with raising the next generation of people. You know, like it's got to be the same on both sides because just as easily as a girl can, you know, be out here and do something crazy,
Yeah.
a man can do far worse.
Right.
So we have to play both sides to where, you know, it's equal. Like y'all can date at a certain age and it's across the board. I ain't gonna differentiate, you know, when you bring home a girl versus when she brings home a boy because you both getting your asses beat.
Facts.
That's just what it is. Like
No.
I snuck a girl in and my granddad beat the piss out of me, but it was also to show that ain't nobody above the standard. This is the standard with my last name, and this is the standard for you as a man and as a woman.
Yeah.
You will conduct yourselves accordingly. You will handle yourselves accordingly.
Yeah.
And when you step out this household, you know you don't just represent yourself.
Yeah.
You represent me, your grandma, your mama, your last name,
That last
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
and show respect and all that. So
Right.
I think what you said about all that, I agree with it.
What you got, Jay? Aura.
So, what Boosie was just trying to say, he feels like, you know, that was gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gay how it is. So, to each his own.
Yeah.
Cheers his own.
You know, I don't discriminate at all. I would never want to disrespect anybody that is a part of that community.
Never.
I feel like if you grew up that way or however it is, I don't ever like to speak too much on it because I don't know, you know? So I do understand where Boosie's coming from. So I understand both sides. Like I said, I look at both sides. Caleb, don't know him. Don't know him as a person. If that's
Yeah.
something that he wants to do. If he is
Yeah.
gay, that's all
Yeah.
power to him. Doesn't take away from him being a superstar, an NFL quarterback, a great quarterback. Doesn't take away from him because he's gay.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much where I'm at. Like, because whatever your orientation is
Yeah.
doesn't take away of the person that you are.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And I learned that from my uncle because my uncle was gay.
Yeah.
Growing up, I saw that. So growing up, I grew up with both my parents. My mom, and growing up in a Hispanic household, you just see just how it is. My mom was cooking, cleaning, taking care of things like that. My father would cook too, in times like he would show me like, help out if my mom was sick or whatever, or just help out, period. But there's a lot of things that my father was like, fuck you doing. Like, it's one of those like, you better, you know what I'm saying? And I would never stray away from that because it's unfortunate that at such a young age, I was exposed to women.
Yeah.
At the age of 9, I was with a woman,
Mm-hmm.
and she happened to be my babysitter, and yada yada. So to this day, everybody's like, "Oh, you got molested, you got this." I didn't look at it like that because I was looking at it as like, shit, I explored, I enjoyed, and ever since then, I've always loved women.
Yeah.
Like, I just enjoy women so much in that aspect, and seeing that, and then to me, growing up, I never understood why men like another man.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, I was like, what the fuck? So it's like
Right.
me and my uncle, I just look at him and be like, you're weird. Like, it was, just that, until I understood, like, that's his orientation. That's what it is. But it doesn't take away that he's still my uncle. He's still a person. He still has a heart. He bleeds just like me. Like, that's when I started to, even at a young age, I started to realize, I'm like, nah, it don't matter who he likes. He's still my uncle.
Right.
And he was such an amazing guy, rest his soul. He was such an amazing person.
Right.
And, my friends to this day, we crack jokes about how he was. And,
Yeah.
he was never like the super feminine.
Yeah.
He was just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I don't have any bias towards it.
Right.
Because I see how it is.
Yeah.
And also I saw the scrutiny that he went through too, because I'm talking about back in the day. I'm talking about now
Yeah.
it's all out in the open.
Yeah.
And I'll speak on that as far as how it is out in the open and how I feel about that. But back then it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Back then you had to like, what they call like the on the low stuff like that. So it's like, it's one of those if you know type nonsense.
Yeah.
And I felt bad for him because it felt like in certain situations he couldn't be him.
Yeah.
And he he pretty much got 2 beautiful children that they're grown adults now and they got children. But it's things like that. Like it's the life that they go through. So that's why I say it just circles all right back into mental health.
Yeah.
It circles back into, how you feel as a person. It circles back into like, damn, well, have you ever had suicidal thoughts? It circles back to everything as a whole, as we're people, no matter your orientation. So
Right.
that's why, like, it's Pride Month, but it's also Men's Mental
Right.
Health Month. But it's like, men feels like, the fuck? Like, it's my month. It's just things, but you can't feel that way.
Right.
But just overall, in that aspect. So I have no bias in that.
Yeah.
I understand where Boosie's coming from. We should not be teaching, or should not be putting out there confusion.
Yeah.
Or we should not be so raw in how we put certain things out there.
Right.
The information that's put out. So me, myself,
Right.
like you said, how I feel
Yeah.
is it's too much information all at once for a young viewer.
Yeah.
People that understand it, amen. But for somebody that doesn't, I would never want them to be confused. So
Yeah.
it's like we went from commercials to being mom, dad, kids. You see how whatever, but now you see commercials, dad and dad, mom and mom.
Yeah.
I've been in a household that the kid would question and be like, "Oh, mom, why is it 2 women?"
Yeah.
Mom, what does that mean?
Right.
And the mom would sit there froze. They don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Or the daughter would ask, why, hey daddy, why is he kissing another man? Is that okay? Like, it's one of those type of things. So it's like education is key.
Right.
Yeah.
And I could be disrespectful in this aspect or whatever, but I don't feel that you're born that way. I know that many believe that, but I don't feel that you're automatically born gay.
Yeah.
This is something that you grow up in and how you feel and how you
Right.
that's just how I feel. That's just my belief.
Right.
Whoever, if I've disrespected somebody by saying that, then I'm sorry. But I feel how I feel.
Right.
So it's just what it is. But I just feel like that's why I said the information that's given out, you don't want to confuse the mind
Yeah.
in it's okay, then it's okay. Because again, I've been through a lot and I've seen a lot. So I've seen women that say they were lesbians and then all of a sudden they're not.
Right.
So it's like either you are or you not.
Right,
like which
right.
one is it? So it's like it's those type of things.
Yeah.
Or women that are get into a full blown relationship with a man, get married, whatever, but in all actuality, all they always wanted was a woman.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to be transparent and clear
Yeah.
with just everything, especially with the children growing up, explaining if they have questions, be able to speak on that. And then, parents that have, I would say bisexual children or gay children, however, being able to not shun them. Because I don't agree with that. That's still your child.
That's your child.
However they end up being, still your child.
Right.
So don't shun them, don't whatever. There's a lot of that they go through. So it goes right back again, mental health.
Right.
So a lot of gay men, gay women that feel because they got shunned or because they got pushed away by their family or whoever.
Hurry up and finish that. Hurry up and finish that. You've been sipping that for 2 hours, man.
So
No,
they feel that, they got shunned. So
Right.
because of that, that's why. So, it's a lot.
Yeah.
In that whole, it's a very, like you said, it's a very touchy topic.
No, yeah, for sure.
And it's a very thing, but I just don't feel like the information that's out there now, like if you see how it turned, sitcoms, commercials,
Yeah.
everything, even video games now have a form of gay,
Yeah.
something gay in it, as far as man on man, woman on woman.
Yeah.
And, that's just things like we do. I feel like we need to educate the children when they're growing up if they have questions.
Yeah.
Have to educate them the right way.
Right.
So that way not
No, yeah,
trying to
for
disrespect anybody.
Right.
I wanted to touch on what you said because I think one of the issues that we have for the younger community is how sexual everything is. So you did say that the situation with your babysitter
Yeah.
and how later on when you discuss it, oh, she raped, she did all that to
Yeah,
you, but
yeah,
in our
yeah.
minds, that's not how it was. And I had
Yeah.
the same thing. I was 11, she was 14, but in my mind, it felt good. Like it was
Right.
it was
I learned.
but I was
I was good.
I was
Like, you know what I mean?
I was a boy with a girl.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but later on when I went to therapy and I discussed these type of things as far
Yeah.
as like my approach or demeanor or my
Yeah.
attitude towards
Yeah.
women,
Yeah.
that is still very much wrong. And we live in a
Yeah.
in a society where everything is conveyed sexually.
Right.
Yeah.
No matter where you go, social media, outside your apartment, your house,
Yeah.
you can see something provocative, like even like clothes, and like even like ladies wear the hell that you want. But some stuff that's worn out there for kids to see,
Yeah.
they should not be seeing, and that goes for both men and for women.
Yeah.
Especially with fellas who like to dress like the opposite sex, or they wear something too tight to wear something revealing, that kind of thing. But there's a lot of exposure out there.
It is.
And I don't really think there's anything like we could do to change it with the trajectory things are going. I mean, we could definitely raise awareness for it, but I definitely also think that aside from the conversation about, homosexuality, lesbian, and everything like that, we also have to try and limit the sexual exposure that kids get, even in school. Like, we have kids boys and girls who know too much and they act on it.
Oh, yeah.
Because they think it's normal.
Yeah.
And we as men, especially we as men, they're like, bro, you scored, bro. It don't matter. It don't matter. But it's like, But, and I think the perspective changes, and you could definitely say, like, I think perspective changes when you have kids because of things that happened to you when you was a kid.
For sure.
I don't want that shit to happen to you.
Yeah, that's why I'm scared of middle school. When I got to middle school, when I moved to the gas house, shout out to the gas station. When I moved there, man, I got to middle school, boy, it was so fast. It was so much happening. Man, you had to keep up. or they gonna make you feel like you know
you
what I'm
ain't
saying?
shit.
Yeah,
Like you ain't you corny. You a corny dude.
Yeah, we 10
You
to
couldn't
11.
get that. You couldn't get that.
You a virgin?
ain't shit.
You a virgin?
Yeah, man.
I get
Bro,
that,
I'm
yeah.
10.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm
Should
10,
be
bro. What
think about that right
What
now.
you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But those type of environments, for sure. But nah, man, you gotta have those hard conversations with your kids. You know what I'm saying? I think, I think all men have some type of story of their first encounter with a woman. You know what I'm saying? At a young age, if it's you being, molested or, your situation, or just at a young age being infatuated by a woman. That was mine, I can't remember the age, but my mama best friend. I can just remember when I saw her. I know for sure I'm young, 6.
Yeah.
I just knew
I love women.
oh my gosh, yeah. I said, oh man.
Ain't nothing like a fat
know what I'm
ass,
saying?
bro.
Yeah,
when you
man.
see,
I'm like-
matter of fact, that was too vulgar. But I like a fat ass. But
Yeah.
but shape.
Yeah, it's shade.
In
It was a
seeing
look,
like the woman, like
Homegrown.
a thick woman in like some leggings,
yeah,
and you just
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like Jesus, or
Yeah.
you just see her walk. A woman's walk
yeah,
could just automatically, it's like,
Yeah.
God damn.
yeah.
And it's like a shape is everything: hips, thighs, ass.
Yeah, no.
God damn. When you see that, you be like, woo.
It's mesmerizing.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
You see that, it's like magic. It's like, oh,
No disrespect,
shit.
no disrespect, ladies, but y'all.
No fact, but it's just
Yeah.
and
Thank
to
God
what you
for
were
y'all.
saying, it is too exposed now. It
Yeah,
is. It
super
doesn't leave
exposed now.
no
It doesn't
room
leave.
for imagination.
No, you don't. No,
I already just see it. So
Yeah.
it's like I get it.
no, yeah, for sure.
I get
Nah, yeah, you gotta just have those hard conversations with your kids. Man, speaking on that, man, this one, I think everybody had this question when they become a parent. I know you guys ain't parents yet, but when do y'all?
I do definitely want to be parent. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a parent yet.
Yeah,
my soldiers don't march.
Okay.
So I'm not to cut
No,
you
you
off
good,
on
you
that,
good.
but like that was one of the reasons I didn't bring it up, but that was one of the reasons why I wanted to feel like what was my purpose on earth,
Yeah,
because I felt like, damn, I'm having this struggle or this hardship on reproducing
yeah,
that it's like, fuck, I don't even have I'm not even to do anything. Like, what is my worth?
yeah.
I'm
You know what I'm
such a
saying?
fucking kid. I just realized where you're going with this. I didn't even know.
What you mean?
I just realized, like, I'm reading in between the lines.
Oh, when I said soldiers don't march?
soldiers,
Yeah.
I'm reading in between the lines.
Oh yeah, I could
I
be
didn't- I
my
didn't-
sperm doesn't.
I didn't know.
They don't navigate.
I didn't know. Like, I'm over thinking, like, I'm thinking, like, oh, like, it's a choice. Like, you don't want. I didn't think. I'm like, oh shit. I'm over here sitting in the chair, like, oh fuck. Where the fuck is it? I look over there. I'm like,
Where you going with this?
I'm just soldiers don't march. I think that's a song. And
no,
I'm like, oh shit. Okay.
There's no mobility
Yeah.
in my sperm. That is just to keep it all away. There's no mobility in my sperm. So, and I know this from many trial and errors.
Yeah.
a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
It's not.
So-
it's not fun. It's not.
It's not
fun.
funny.
It's not funny.
But it's like one of those like fuck. So
No, it's not
you gotta
funny.
laugh at your pain.
No, yeah.
So I just felt like worthless.
yeah.
I
No,
felt-
yeah, I know that was
I
hard.
felt like
What
fuck,
I'm
I
here
can't
for.
even do that. And then it's like to look at a whole bunch of men that have kids
And they ain't-
and don't take care of they fucking kids. Like I be wanting to squabble up with. I want to be one of just like I want to fight. I want to
Right.
fight all of them. Like yo, take care of your fucking kid. Like
Yeah.
yo, like you know, like and like so if me myself, if I could, I'll take all the children of the world.
Yeah.
Not no Michael Jackson shit.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? How they
Right.
claim that what he
Yeah, I
was
about
doing.
to say allegedly.
But whatever it is, allegedly.
Yeah.
But it's just straight just I want to be able to take care of all the misfortunate kids
Right.
that don't have.
Right.
Because I know that I could be a good dad.
Yeah.
I know that I got a lot of love to give.
Right.
I know, and I want to do that, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, I haven't been able to because that's just it. So that was one of the reasons why I just felt like, yo,
Yeah.
man, fuck this shit. Like, you
Yeah.
know, man, like I'm not worth it. I'm not this. I can't do this. I can't do that. Every time anything I touch just crumbles.
Yeah.
The fuck is my purpose? I'm just
Yeah.
ruining somebody else's life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not worth. So that
Right.
is one of the reasons why I just wanted to just not be here.
So how are you coping with that now?
It's tough.
okay.
It ain't easy.
Yeah.
It's tough, but I know it's tough.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
So
that
it's
shit
something-
is
Yeah.
I don't wanna, you know what I mean? But it's
no,
tough.
you good. Yeah.
But I know adoption is crazy.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of kids that need,
Yeah.
but it's tough.
No, for sure.
It's tough not being able to know, like, damn, like I want to be able to have a,
Right.
but I know that I could
Right.
still do that with adoption.
Right.
So don't get me wrong, I'm in the process
Yeah.
right now of you know
Trying
trying to see something,
Different things. Yeah.
anything that could help.
Right. You know.
But it's tough.
No. Yeah.
It's tough to deal with that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like one of those. And like I said, the worst pain is when you see parents. I'm never gonna say just a father. Parents, mother and father, raise a child or have a child and don't take care of a child.
yeah.
Right.
You just don't. You just have the child out there and just nothing. It's like, yo. And in my head, I'm just like, yo, I could fucking. What you need, like what you want, like I be wanting to do that when you go in supermarkets, when you see that and you just see the child, like my thing is, I hate seeing a child. If you fucking out there more fresh than your child,
That's
if
a
you're
problem.
dressed more
Crazy.
fresh
That's a
than your child, if
problem.
you got on the fucking whatever, like I want to fight. So
Yeah.
that's why like my anger, I had to learn to control.
Yeah.
Cause I'd straight smack you.
Right.
I want to do that because it's like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
Yeah,
yo,
what you got
so
going
like
on?
I go places and I'm not a person that likes to be recorded in when I'm doing those type of acts of kindness.
Yeah.
But when I go to places or whatever, I'll buy, if I see a kid that like he wants and his mother's like, oh no, whatever, I'll buy it for them.
Right.
You know, yo, what you go ahead and get it. And I tell her like it's okay, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
get it. I've bought, you know, groceries. I do that because I look at it as paying forward.
Yeah.
I'm paying it forward to however, but I'm also blessing the kid because growing up, my father,
Shut up.
somebody came to the house. My
Put your
father
phone on silent.
pretty much gave me everything
Yeah.
growing up. Like he was, you know what I'm saying? Not even was, he still is like an amazing man to, if I ever need, if I call him right now and be like, yo, he'd be like, he'll try to figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So that kind of love,
Yeah.
that kind of whatever, my mother and my father is what I feel like every child needs growing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
You know, even though I know I'm scrambling and going
Nah,
all
you
over the
good,
place,
you good,
but
you good,
like
you good.
even though like at a young age I was out the house over some dumb shit. But that's another topic. I'll bring it up. Another. I was at the house at a young age, you know, over some dumb shit. But just back to that, like I want to be able to give a child things that they feel like they can't have,
Yeah.
or however. Even though some kids are bad as fuck out there cursing and shit like that, you don't deserve it. But the kids is good and just being whatever.
Yeah.
You mind me, please? Can I have this or whatever case it be? I may not understand the background. They may have 1,000 of the same shit that they would have buy in the crib.
Yeah. You
but
don't know.
I just feel like, yo, I got you,
Right.
whatever. And
Yeah.
I do those things and I don't like to You see how they do that shit all over online, recording people buying
Right,
things.
yeah.
When you buy or giving somebody money in the street,
It takes
I don't,
away from it.
I don't like to do none of that. I just do, and that's just it. You
Right.
know what I mean? So in that aspect of that, like
Yeah.
children are the sponges of our earth, and how you raise them is how they end up being.
Yes.
So just try to guide them in the best way possible, or
Right.
give them that light, that joy that they definitely want. So that's why I like,
Definitely.
I believe in Santa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though you know that you're Santa, but
Yeah.
I believe in Santa,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
feel like all the children should believe in Santa. Just
Yeah.
knowing that somebody is
Darius.
coming and appreciate. I get it. I'm just saying,
get it.
Santa, not the person. Santa, the act
Right.
of you did good.
Yeah.
Here's your present.
Right.
There is a naughty list. There is a
Yeah.
giving that kind of understanding to a child of like, yo, you did good all year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Us
Right.
in the job, we fucking do that. We get bonuses.
Yeah.
You would get this and this and that.
For
so
sure.
why they can't get rewarded if they're
Right.
if they straight A's and
Yeah,
this and this and that? Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? Here you go.
Right.
I'm Santa.
Yeah.
But Merry
you go.
Christmas.
Merry
Christmas.
You know, it's just things like that. So I know I went all off topic all over the
That was
place,
good.
but
No, that was
Yeah,
good.
you
but,
wrapped it
but
up.
you know,
Yeah.
it's just things like that. So
We're talking some deers.
yeah,
Man,
we
I'm a Christmas fanatic. I'm a Christmas fanatic.
I know
Yeah.
do the whole Santa.
yeah.
My kids know. I taught them at a young age. I taught them
Daddy
from
bought
the,
this shit.
not even daddy bought it. You know what I'm saying? We just celebrated for what it's for. You know what I'm saying? We celebrating the you know, I do the presents and stuff like that. I just celebrate it for what it's for, you know. Jesus, the day that we are able to celebrate the birth of Jesus.
Christ, yeah.
So I put more focus on that than putting the focus on Santa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
explain the gifts. You know, I correlated with, you know, the day he was born. You know, the wise man bought him gifts. I know that don't have anything to do with it, but that's how I correlate giving the gifts. You know, I don't. And people always say, "Well, they just kids. You taking the fun away from it." No, my kids still have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's what they know.
Of
they
course.
still, you know,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so, like one Christmas, man, my daughter for Christmas, she wanted for me and her mom to buy Ziploc bags, a box of chips. She wanted to make homeless bags. It wasn't even Ziploc bags. She wanted the string drawer bags, and that's what she wanted for Christmas. And I'm just like, this is amazing because it is basically, okay, this is what we taught her. Like this is what it's about.
Yeah.
And we got in the car on Christmas Day and we went and handed that out. This was her whole idea. She wrote scriptures on index cards and also put them in the bag. You know what I'm saying? And this is just what I think that's what it's about.
It's a beautiful
You know
thing.
what I'm saying?
It's
Yeah,
a
it's beautiful,
thing.
man. You know what I'm saying?
However
I'm not
it is.
against none of the,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
But-
saying? The
but
whole Christmas rally.
She
you know.
was
Yeah.
their Santa. Santa is not, to me, is not a person.
But Santo, you know, if we get deep in it, he was a person.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
I just don't want to ever look into. I don't go that deep.
Yeah.
I just look at the meaning
Yeah.
behind it and
Right.
just the gift and
Yeah.
however and just
Yeah.
the experience. So that's
No,
why I don't
for
get
sure.
that deep.
Right.
I know
Yeah,
he was a
I
person,
just
but I
stay-
just don't want to take
yeah.
away from you.
Yeah, no,
Be doing what you doing.
When it comes to that, bro, however you look at it, I just there
you
ain't
still got
nothing
the
wrong
moral.
with that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
wrong with it.
Good,
the
good,
whole
good.
story and nothing. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna be truthful with them about fingernail polish,
Yeah.
I gotta, cause
it
soon
real.
it's gonna be like, well, Daddy, you told me, son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now you telling me.
Yeah.
So I decided to be truthful all the way around with
Yeah.
my kids. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, whatever it is, you know, I stick to the truth.
That's respect.
Because eventually, my well, Daddy, you was lying about. What else you lying about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, I just keep it truthful all the way around.
Oh man, this is good, man.
Nah, yeah,
This
bro.
is really
that was
good.
my question. So when this is taking it all the way back now.
Mm.
When do you think, especially the day age, the day and age? How you say that? The day and age that we're in.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It moves fast. So when do y'all think you should talk to your kids about sex?
JR.
Gosh,
Yeah.
like I said,
I'm gonna speak.
I heard
last.
about it in middle
So-
school.
So
You can't really stop that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
it's
I'm gonna tell you
again,
my perspective on it too after y'all answer.
So it's one of those type of things like when you see it
Yeah,
at a young age,
yeah. If you see it, yeah.
when you see it, like what was it that they had back in my day? Cinemax After Dark.
oh
or
yeah,
the soft porn
HBO
bullshit,
at night.
HBO, yeah, whatever
yeah,
it is, like
uncut on BET.
all that, yeah, uncut. So it's like when you have these type of things, and sometimes you happen to, oh shit, like, oh, what's that? You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
but in my household, that's something I'll speak a next episode. The household and how it is, and the in Hispanic culture and things like that. I'll speak on that next time. But just to answer your question, I just feel like the moment that they understand, but and it goes into the thing. So
Yeah.
it's back then, the kids understood it later on.
Yeah.
But now it's so out there
Before
that you
puberty.
gotta talk about that as soon as possible,
Yeah.
so that they don't get lost.
Right.
And that is the thing. Whether it's whatever sexuality, whatever, you gotta speak on everything.
Yeah.
From young,
Yeah.
so that they don't get confused
Yeah.
and they don't get manipulated, because
Right.
you're not with them 8 hours a day when they go to school.
Yeah.
Somebody else is.
Right.
So that influence could be also influence them when they get home to you.
Right.
They're confused and you're
Yeah.
telling them one thing and they
Yeah.
get to school and they
Yeah.
told another,
Yeah.
or they see something else in school and they like, I saw this and my dad don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
And they start to feel like this because I see it. My friends are doing it.
Yeah, my friends
my
doing
friend,
it.
my friend Brittany told
said
me
she
it's
like
okay.
it.
She said she like it.
Yeah,
So
felt
she
good.
does it. So shit, I'm gonna do it too.
Right.
And then you then feel like you failed as a father because you feel like you didn't do enough.
Yeah.
But it's the communication. How you communicate,
How you communicate it.
what you say, how you say it, and also making them feel comfortable
Yeah.
to come to you.
Yes.
Not have a fucking relationship with your children like you fucking friends.
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
Know that I'm
Yeah.
your father, know that
Yeah.
I'm your however, but just showing that you can come to me with anything and I
Anything.
won't judge you.
Yeah. And now
So
we
that
gonna
is
talk
something
about
that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't got there yet. I think it's coming soon. But just my perspective on how, growing up, only thing we used to hear is don't have sex. Don't have sex until marriage. But nobody really sat down and told me why. Why y'all saying that? Why y'all telling me not to have, but my homeboy telling me that, man, it's the best feeling ever. So I'm like, the best feeling ever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm hearing from parents, don't have sex. Don't have sex until marriage.
They didn't elaborate.
Yeah, we do know, as adults now, man, sex is a very powerful thing because it creates. And I think that's the conversation that you got to have with your kids. Like how important sex is. It is definitely, I believe God blessed it. And that's how we create another human being. That's how we was created. That's how my kids was created. So it's a very powerful thing, and I think we have to understand why people was saying wait to marriage, because it should be with a very special person. It should be in a covenant with a very special person, and that's why I believe that that's what you should share too. If you got a daughter, you share to them why it's so important to save yourself for your husband for the very first time. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something that brings you to one. That's what it do. When you having those type of intercourse, it is powerful because it reproduces. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't follow that, so I don't want to speak as if I'm a hypocrite to my daughter, but it's something that I have learned to teach my kids. The importance of why I think you should save yourself for your husband or for your wife. Will they listen? I don't know. You know, so do I listen? I don't know. But nah, man, I just think, you know, that's a good way. You know, when your kids get to that age, they're gonna make their own decisions anyway.
Yeah.
Only thing we can do is, you know, teach. Hopefully they listen.
Communicate.
Communicate. You know, even if they do, if they don't listen to them, and hopefully, like you were saying, man, they can come to you like, hey, pops,
Yeah.
this what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's something.
Clear line of communication
That's what
is
we
the
can hope
most
for.
important thing
Nah,
in any
for sure.
relationship.
Yeah.
Whether with your children, with your parents, with your significant other, whoever. If you got a clear line of communication and show like there's no judgment, oof, that is like a beautiful thing.
It's beautiful.
Because then you
We were
know
just talking
like
about that
you
too.
could work you could work on moving forward past whatever.
Yeah.
Past
You guys
whatever,
can tackle
get
anything.
through everything.
You can do any and
bro.
everything.
Yeah, you can get through anything.
So that's just, you know, that's the most important thing.
Man, that's how we, you know, episode 5 gonna start with that, man. Yeah, that's good. Yes, sir.
We might offend, but we keep it real. No fake vibes, just say how we feel. If it hit deep, yeah, it is what it is. Been off mute, it's the way that we live.